We're back, people, and today we're breaking down film on Robert Hunt, guard for the Miami Dolphins. This past season was the best season of his career, playing right guard, and then he played some right tackle at the end of the season. I would say he's definitely better suited for guard. It just fits his skill set better. But with that all being said, he was still probably the best right tackle to play for the team. He's just been that valuable for them. So having that versatility is pretty important. And then also, his just ability in the running game and the passing game is both pretty equal. He doesn't really have a weakness to his game. I wouldn't say he's dominant in either area, but he's definitely above average run blocker and in pass pro, at least at right guard. At right tackle, he can struggle in pass pro at times. Out in space, he doesn't have the athleticism to keep up with super athletic guys. But at right guard, he has that size to stonewall defensive tackles and then create movement in the running game. Definitely a guy you want on your team. You can run behind him. He was probably our best running game was definitely going behind Robert Hunt, and just definitely Chris Greer's biggest hit at offensive lineman in years for sure. Like definitely the best drafted offensive lineman they've had in some time. Robert Hunt really stepped up this season. Like to see that. Hopefully they can add to the O line because they really only have 3 guys right now that I would say are solid or better, and then left guard, right tackle are the big weaknesses right now. Start out showing some plays at right tackle, just a couple in this playoff game because this is where he played. This is just good mental processing, passing off, twists, stunts. Does a really good job right here. Seeing, this defensive end work to the inside, and he passes off. He gets that left hand on him, and then once he knows this right guard has complete control of this defender, because this guy's the crashing guy and the other guy's looping around, so he has to help out the right guard first. And then once he's in complete control, he can come off of it. You can see enough athleticism out in space. He even gets, slightly out of position here, and he's just able to recover. He does a really good job of playing with some bend to his game and also extend his arms, use the length that he has. So really impressive job here from a mental standpoint and an athletic standpoint, just to be in really good positioning and make this play, allowing you to get this deep pass off on a 3rd and 15. Robert Hunt has a lot of power, a really good shock in his hands. This is where he wins a lot of. You can just see this in pass pro, you're working back here, you don't have the momentum going towards the defensive lineman. He's getting out of this, and he has so much shock in his punch right here that he's able to, put this defensive end down. This is how he's going to win out on the edge as a right tackle, because he's so used to playing right guard, going against defensive tackles, bigger body guys. So he gets a defensive end who's probably more athletic than him on most reps, and he's going to have to just beat him with his power, use that length. He gets that right arm initial left hand strike right here, and then now engages with both hands and just completely knocks him to the ground. Really, really impressive rep there from Robert Hunt, knowing how to use your strengths. And these are obvious passing situations. This is another 3rd and 16. So these first two reps at right tackle were both obvious passing downs, and he did a really good job working to his strengths and winning in different ways. This is a really good rep of Robert Hunt right here at right guard. We got him at right guard now against the Jets, and this is just a great job working the combo and then climbing to the 2nd level, and then goes to the will here, and he just does a great job of helping this right tackle get in control of this defensive lineman right here. He gets his shoulder into it. Now he's climbing to 2nd level, and he thinks he might climb to the mic right here, number 56, but once he sees him sort of stay in his position, he doesn't cheat to this side. He knows that 81 Smythe should climb to this guy, and now he takes his angle, readjust, finds the will, and if this got blocked up better by 81 right here, by Smythe, this would have been an amazing run. Perfect rep from Robert Hunt, getting to the next level, completely cutting him off. Look at the body positioning. Really good leverage as well, just understanding his job, and this rep is really beautiful from the whole, he gets complete control. This defensive tackle gets all turned around just because Hunt dropped a shoulder into him, and then climbing to 2nd level, completely cut this off. Just this linebacker was able to make the play, the one he wasn't supposed to block. So high level rep by Hunt, and then these plays will end up translating into even bigger runs eventually. Impressive athletic play here to reach this defensive tackle who's playing as a 4-eye. He's a right guard, and he's got to reach the 4-eye. It's a very difficult situation to be in, to get on the outside shoulder of him, and he just completely washes him out of the play, running this, pitch right here. Really good job. Look how he uses his right hand too. You can just see the power, and he uses this right hand, extend it, get his hips around. He got high hand, low hand, and now he extends that right hand here to get his hips around. And you can just see how much torque he's gotten behind it, the power, and he completely just takes his defensive tackle out of the play, and they end up getting a nice 5-yard gain. That guy never had a chance to even be involved, doing his job for sure. I would say he's probably above average in both pass pro and run, or as a run blocker, but I would give the edge to him as a run blocker right now, because he has some real dominant reps at times in that area. Power, power, power. Just completely displaces the defensive tackle. You can see when he extends those hands, he completely just moves these guys, takes them out of the play. Like this defensive tackle, B-gap defender, trying to shoot upfield, penetrate, and Robert Hunt is not allowing him to be in control of the situation at all. He just completely, you can see him extend the hands, and just how much movement this creates. Knocks the guy completely off balance. He shoots upfield, and just now he's just using his body, his positioning, his leverage to just create a lane for the running back here, which then gives the running back a one-on-one in the lane with a defensive back, and he runs him over. So impressive work there from Robert Hunt. He completely takes his guy out of the play, just pure power, understands how to use his, because he has the shock in his hands, and then extends, uses those hips to get extra torque into it, and then completely displays the guy. Excellent work there from Hunt. Then in the very next play, they have him working as a puller here on another run, and he just completely destroys that defensive end there. Like, this is impressive. Like, usually you see offensive linemen working on the move like this on these pulls, and they either have to like slow down, make sure they're positioning. Hunt just runs full straight at him, full on speed, full on momentum, and just drops into him, gets those hands. You can see like this guy even has way lower leverage, and he's still able to, you know, push him back very easily. When Hunt has this type of momentum, very impressive to even just make contact at all. As an offensive lineman, that's a smaller defensive end. Like, they usually slip under this, and Hunt just absolutely takes him out of the play, never gives him a chance to even get involved again. I feel like Robert Hunt, ever since that Ravens game last year when he tried to catch the screen and dive for the end zone on the illegal play, he became kind of a legend after that play. And honestly, his play has improved since then. Maybe it was a confidence boost. I don't know what it was, the delusional confidence he gained from that play, but I loved it. It was awesome, and then he's just played way better as an offensive lineman since then. Blitzing linebackers, blitzing DBs, you got to beware when you're blitzing towards Robert Hunt for sure, because he's going to make you pay. Just absolutely, like, this is Kyle Duggar, who's more of a hybrid linebacker safety, so you wouldn't think it's super impressive, but he did. Like, this guy right here, 23, has knocked down some offensive linemen, put them on their butts, like, throughout the season. Like, there's highlights of this. This is a good job from Robert Hunt. He's initially sliding to the left here to help Connor Williams, and then once he, like, throws this defensive tackle in his direction, help, you know, take that away, he sees the delayed blitz from Duggar right here, and he just completely extends. When he gets full extension like this, look at the lower body, the flexion he's got right here. Just extend the hands and the hips, and he just completely knocks him down like this. Real impressive play from a mental standpoint, and obviously the power to just completely watch this, because you're just able to get hands on him like this. Like, he has a free lane here, and he just completely destroys him, recovers. Excellent play on a third down situation. Obviously, it's not incompleted because of, you know, not the greatest throw, but he does his job well to identify the blitzer and help out his offensive lineman initially too. If you're ever scouting offensive linemen, these are some of my favorite types of plays to see if they'll translate to the next level, especially when you're working at college guys. Their ability to recover, because things are not always going to be so pretty. You're not gonna always have perfect technique. You're not gonna, you know, get the perfect hand placement every time. Things are not going to be pretty. He overextends here. Robert Hunt at right guard right here, one-on-one with 91. He gets overextended right here, slightly out of position. He gets thrown forward by the defensive tackle. He works on like a push-pull, and now he's out of position, but he's still able to get that left hand on, show off balance and body control to recover, and then get instantly back into his position, sustain, and completely take this guy out of the play. Like, he kept this pocket cleaned. Like, really impressive play. Like, this stuff really is important at the next level. Super important stuff. And he's able to make a really, probably the best play I saw him make in pass pro overall this season. Pretty standard like base blocking right here versus the 3 tech, this defensive tackle, but just this slight change right there, working with his hips, helps get this lane for Mostert on his big 67-yard run that when he had versus the Bills. Just look at him, you know, initial blocking, sort of just straight up one-on-one. They're even right here, they're even, and then he's able to fight, get his hips, just change your hips just enough, your positioning right there to just seal this off. High hand, low hand, he's straining. great job sustaining this block, and then gives this lane Mostert just enough of a lane here to squeeze through without losing momentum, just by changing up the positioning, able to reach him just enough. Excellent work there from Hunt, allowing Mostert to get to the second level and then do what he does on this amazing run that he had. Last play that I'm going to break down from Robert Hunt. This is another example of recovering in pass protection. Miss your initial punch right there, overextended again, and he recovers very, very quickly. Like, look at this. He tries to punch with the right hand. This guy goes for the big club swim over the top. Hunt should be completely out of position here. You see how he has no hands on the defense tackle. He has a clear lane, and he instantly just, boom, right back into it. He doesn't overextend, try to destroy him. Even when he's trying to get, a big initial punch, he just stays. He does a really good job sticking that left foot in the ground, able to change directions. He's got such nice athleticism for his size. Like, as long as he's not like super out in space one-on-one at right tackle all the time for like the extra athletic defensive ends, like, he's gonna be fine versus these defense tackles on the inside. He has that athleticism to recover instantly. This is some great work. Change of directions, lateral agility, great footwork, keeps a nice base, bend. He has that burst to recover, and then obviously the balance. Overall, Robert Hunt's best season yet. Big time performance. Obviously, and it was on third down again, another passing situation, and it was another drop for a touchdown. I feel like every rep I showed in Pass Pro, they were all drops, which sucks. But big time plays from Robert Hunt throughout the season. He was one of the best offensive linemen on the team. Showed great improvement. Looking forward to how he plays next season. So if you guys want me to make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, peace.